What if I told you you're richer than you think? You've been chasing money, stocks, and real estate. But the real gold, it's been hiding in plain sight. Every self-made millionaire and billionaire leverages these invisible assets, while most people never even realize they exist. The difference between those who make it and those who don't, it starts right here. Miss them, and you stay stuck. Unlock them, and life changes forever. You've been trained to believe that wealth is just numbers on a screen, that success is something you can see, touch, and show off. But the truth? The people who truly make it don't just own businesses, stocks, or property. They own something far more powerful, something that compounds over time and multiplies every opportunity in life. Once you recognize these invisible assets, everything shifts. Let's begin. Asset number 1, reputation, the silent multiplier. You're sitting on a fortune, but you probably don't even see it. Not cash, not stocks. Something far more powerful. It's the difference between getting that life-changing opportunity or never even knowing it existed. The reason some people attract success effortlessly while others struggle for scraps. These hidden assets, they're shaping your future every single day, whether you use them or not. Your knowledge, your reputation, your network, your habits, they either work for you or against you. The best part? You don't need a trust fund or a lucky break to start building them. Just awareness, strategy, and the discipline to play the long game. Ignore them and nothing changes. Leverage them and everything does. So the real question is, are you using what you already have or wasting it without even realizing? Asset number 2, attention, the currency of the rich. Right now, something is stealing your attention. Maybe it's a notification, a trending meme, or another viral video. But let's be real, none of these things are making you richer, smarter, or stronger. They're just distractions. Now picture this. 2 people wake up with the same 24 hours. One spends the morning scrolling, reacting to pointless drama, and letting their mind get caught in the latest online buzz. The other? They're focused. They spend that time learning a high-income skill, making valuable connections, or building something that will pay off for years to come. Fast forward a year. Who's in a better position? The difference is simple. The person who took control of their time made it count. And this isn't a small difference. It's the kind of thing that compounds over time. A few hours here, a few hours there. Soon it adds up to real growth, real progress. Look at the wealthy. They don't waste their attention. They protect it like it's their most valuable resource. And it is. They invest it in things that matter: knowledge, relationships, and opportunities. They understand that focus is a tool, and when used right, it creates real results. Every moment you spend lost in distractions is time you can't get back. It's gone. And the scary part? Someone else is profiting from it. Someone is designing those distractions to keep you hooked, to keep your focus on their agenda, not yours. So here's the real question. Are you in control of your focus, or are you letting someone else call the shots? Are you actively investing your time, or are you letting it slip away? Take a look at where your attention is going, because that's where your life is headed. And if you want to change your trajectory, it starts with taking back control over what you focus on every single day. Asset number 3, network, the hidden bank account. Nobody wins alone. Think about it. Every self-made millionaire, every billionaire, what did they all have in common? The right people around them. It's not just about hard work and grit. It's about the team, the network, the support system that propels them forward. Take Elon Musk, for example. Before Tesla, before SpaceX, he wasn't just working in isolation. He was surrounded by the right minds, the ones who helped him shape his vision. He was in the right rooms, learning from others, bouncing ideas off brilliant people. And look at where he is now, but he didn't do it alone. Then there's Jeff Bezos. He didn't build Amazon by himself. He had a small but powerful group of people who believed in his vision from the start. They worked together to create something world-changing. It wasn't just Bezos's dream, it was theirs too. And even if you look at athletes like Michael Jordan, you have to ask, Would he have been the legend he is today without the right team, the right coach, and the people pushing him to greatness? Probably not. He may have had the talent, but it was the right environment that helped him reach the top. The truth is, one introduction, one conversation, one partnership, it can change everything. The right mentor, the right friend, or the right business partner can be the catalyst that accelerates your progress. It's the difference between struggling for years, fighting for every inch, or skipping straight to the next level. So take a moment to think about the people around you. Are they pushing you forward, helping you level up? Or are they keeping you stuck where you are? Are you surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, who elevate your thinking, who support your growth? Or are you just staying in your comfort zone, surrounded by people who aren't helping you grow? Success isn't just about what you know. It's about who you know, and more importantly, who you choose to surround yourself with. So take a good look at your circle. Are they lifting you higher or holding you down? Because the people around you have a massive impact on your future. Choose wisely. Asset number 4, energy and health. The wealth you ignore. Everyone wants to make millions, but what's the point if you're too drained to enjoy it? People grind for success, chasing money, but they ignore the one thing that actually makes it possible: their own body. You can have all the cash in the world, but if you're running on empty, what good is it? Think about it like a high-performance car. You can have the most powerful engine, the sleekest design, and all the latest upgrades. But if there's no fuel in the tank, it's not going anywhere. That's your body. If you're constantly exhausted, sleep-deprived, and running on caffeine instead of real energy, you won't get far, no matter how smart or ambitious you are. The wealthiest, most successful people don't just invest in businesses. They invest in their energy, their stamina, their health, because they know one thing: without fuel, nothing moves. They don't see exercise, sleep, and good nutrition as optional. They see it as part of their strategy. Because when your mind is sharp and your body is strong, you don't just work harder. You work smarter, faster, and better. Money doesn't build empires. Execution does. And execution starts with you. So ask yourself, are you running at full power or burning out before you even reach the top? Your energy is your foundation. Protect it. Asset number 5, the ability to learn. The infinite money printer. Think about the life you want. More money, better opportunities, the freedom to do what you love. Now here's the thing. The only reason you don't have it yet is because there's something you don't know. A skill you haven't learned. A perspective you haven't seen. The people who get ahead, they don't just grind harder. They learn faster. They pick up new skills, make better decisions, and put themselves in situations where success becomes inevitable. It's like upgrading your phone. If you're still running on old software, things lag, crash, and don't work as well. But the moment you update it, everything runs smoother, faster, and better. Your brain works the same way. The more you upgrade it, the more valuable you become. Look at any self-made millionaire or billionaire. They weren't born with a manual for success. They figured it out along the way by reading, networking, failing, and learning from those failures. They treated knowledge like a cheat code, constantly looking for ways to level up. But here's where most people go wrong. They think just working harder will get them there. But if you're using the wrong map, running faster won't help. You'll still end up in the wrong place. That's why learning matters. It shows you where to go, so your effort actually pays off. So ask yourself, are you actively upgrading your mind? Or are you just hoping things will change while running on outdated thinking? Asset number 6, the ability to stay calm under pressure, the secret weapon. When things go wrong, most people freak out. Markets crash, businesses struggle, bad news spreads, and the first reaction? Panic. But the people who actually come out ahead, they do the opposite. They stay calm, pay attention, and look for opportunities while everyone else is too busy worrying. Think about it like this. Imagine a huge sale at your favorite store, but instead of discounts on clothes or gadgets, it's stocks, real estate, and businesses going for way less than they're worth. Most people run away because everything's falling apart. But the smart ones, they start shopping. Warren Buffett has a simple rule. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. That's how fortunes are made. Every financial crash, every crisis, it's not just a disaster. It's a wealth transfer. Money doesn't disappear, it moves. And the ones who stay steady, they're the ones who catch it. Look at history. The 2008 crash wiped out millions of people's wealth, but those who had cash ready and nerves of steel, they bought up real estate, stocks, and businesses at rock-bottom prices, and a decade later, they were sitting on life-changing profits. The same thing happened in 2020. While most people were panicking, a small group was quietly making some of the best investments of their lives. So the real skill isn't making money when times are good. That's easy. The real skill is keeping your cool when things get messy, because that's when the biggest opportunities show up. While everyone else is running for the exits, you should be walking in. Asset number 7, the ability to sell, the kingmaker skill. Think sales is just for people in suits pushing products? Not even close. Every successful person, whether they're a billionaire, an entrepreneur, or a top executive, is constantly selling. Not just products, but ideas, deals, and even themselves. Think about it. A startup founder pitching investors? That's sales. A manager convincing their team to work on a new project? That's sales. Even asking for a raise at your job? That's you selling your value. And it's not just business. Ever tried convincing your friends to go to a restaurant you love? That's sales. Ever talked your way out of a speeding ticket? That's sales too. Whether you realize it or not, you're negotiating, persuading, and influencing people every single day. But here's where people get it wrong. They think selling is about tricking people, using pressure tactics, or being pushy. It's not. Real sales, the kind that makes people successful, is about making others see the value in what you're offering. It's about understanding what they need and showing them why your solution is the right one. The best salespeople, they're not the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who listen the best. They ask the right questions, figure out what matters to the other person, and then present their offer in a way that makes saying yes feel natural. Look at Steve Jobs. He wasn't just a tech guy, he was a master salesman. He made people believe in Apple products, not by listing features, but by selling a vision. The same goes for Elon Musk. He's not just building cars and rockets, he's selling the future. At the end of the day, you're either influencing or being influenced. You're either convincing people or they're convincing you. So which one sounds better? Asset number 8, the ability to delay gratification, the billionaire's patience. A lot of people trade their future for a little bit of fun today. They swipe their credit card for things they don't really need, scroll for hours instead of learning something useful, and chase quick wins that don't actually get them anywhere. Meanwhile, the people who build real wealth, they think differently. They're not obsessed with overnight success or instant rewards. They know the big wins come from stacking smart decisions over time, investing instead of spending, learning instead of wasting time, and being patient when others aren't. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't throw seeds in the ground and expect fruit the next morning. You water it, take care of it, and let time do its thing. That's how money works too. The people who get rich aren't the ones looking for shortcuts. They're the ones who put in the work, stay consistent, and let compound growth do the rest. Look at Warren Buffett. He didn't become one of the richest men in the world because he made a lucky bet. He started investing at 11 years old and let his money grow over decades. Or think about athletes who stay at the top. LeBron James doesn't just show up on game day and expect to win. He trains, eats right, and invests in his health every single day. Now compare that to the person who blows their paycheck every weekend, hoping they'll figure it out later. Or the one who spends years waiting for the perfect opportunity instead of building something step by step. One path leads to long-term freedom. The other leads to frustration, stress, and regret. So if you want to be rich, ask yourself, are you planting seeds or just grabbing whatever's easy and hoping for the best? Because in the end, the people who win are the ones who play the long game. Asset number 9, the ability to spot trends, the early mover's edge. The biggest money moves? They happen quietly, before the rest of the world catches on. Think about it. The people who got into tech before the boom, they made millions. Those who bought Bitcoin when it was just some weird internet thing, same story. Every major fortune started with someone noticing a shift early, before it was obvious. It's like surfing. If you spot the wave too late, you're just watching from the shore. But if you see it forming, position yourself right and paddle in time. You ride it all the way. The people who make big money don't wait for the wave to break. They're already in motion, catching it at the right moment. It's not about having the most information. It's about paying attention to the right information, the subtle shifts that everyone else overlooks. And it's not just about technology. It could be cultural trends, new consumer behaviors, or even changes in regulations that shape the future. The key isn't just working hard, it's paying attention, seeing patterns, noticing where things are headed before everyone else wakes up to it. It's like a chess game, where the winners don't just react, they anticipate the next move and get there first. Because by the time the world catches on, the biggest opportunities are already gone, and you're left watching from the sidelines while others reap the rewards. So how's your radar? Are you tracking the next big wave or waiting for someone else to tell you when it's time to jump in? Asset number 10, resilience. The one thing that separates winners from losers. Nobody gets it right every time. Not the best entrepreneurs, not the smartest investors, not even the most successful people you look up to. They've all messed up, sometimes in big ways. The difference, they don't stay down. They learn, adjust, and keep moving. Failure isn't the end for them. It's just part of the journey. In fact, it's often the biggest lesson that propels them forward. Think about a baby learning to walk. They fall over and over, but they don't sit there thinking, maybe walking just isn't for me. They get up and try again until one day they're running. It's the same principle when it comes to success. Every time they stumble, they learn something new about balance, coordination, and what doesn't work. Eventually, they figure it out, and suddenly they're moving faster than ever. That's how success works. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about refusing to let failure be the final chapter. Look at any major breakthrough or innovation. It came after countless missteps, experiments, and setbacks. You think the Wright brothers just flew a plane without 100 crashes first? Or that Elon Musk nailed every venture on the first try? Of course not. They kept failing forward. In life, failure is a test of your perseverance, not your intelligence or luck. It's about how you respond. Do you learn, adapt, and keep your eyes on the next opportunity? Or do you let one failure define you? So the real question isn't, what if I fail? It's, what will I do after? How will you rise? What will you do next? That's what separates the dreamers from the doers, the ones who keep moving, no matter how many times they fall. And it's the same thing that will determine your success. Keep getting up. Keep moving forward. Because one day you won't just be walking, you'll be running. And that's when the magic happens. Most people will hear this and do nothing. They'll keep chasing what's visible, money, cars, status, while ignoring the real wealth hidden inside them. And because of that, they'll stay stuck, wondering why life never changes. But the few who recognize these invisible assets, they're the ones who rewrite their future, the ones who turn knowledge into action, who invest in themselves, who leverage what they already have. These are the ones who make it. Now the only question is, will you? Your invisible assets are waiting. Use them or lose them. If this made you rethink how wealth actually works, hit like so more people wake up. Subscribe if you're ready to start leveraging what you already own. And drop a comment. Which invisible asset are you focusing on first? The world is full of people chasing what they can see, but the ones who truly win, they build what others ignore. Now, it's your move.